welcome back. Video for today, guys. We're going to do something with my daughter's Maverick ST. We've been running this thing for quite a while now, and as you can tell, the body's got a few scars, so yep, she's up for a new body. But like I just said, we've been running this for a while with just the standard can muffler on it, and it's not too bad, but it's time to see if we can get a bit more sting out of it. So what I've had on order and turned up is we've got a new pipe for it. There we go, voila. Now this thing's supposed to be the preferred pipe, or it's actually preferred. It's actually made to suit the Maverick, the Red Cat, and even the HSPs or whatever they are. So that's the plan for this video. Is we're going to install this today. But what we'll do is we'll do a bit of a sound test. So we'll fire it up with the original exhaust on and hear what it sounds like, and then we'll install the pipe, do the same again, and see what the difference is. Now, if you've been following the channel, you would have seen this thing, how it performs anyway. So, but the purpose of today is what we want to do is get a sound test and see what the difference is between the two pipes, how much easier it makes the engine breathe. So, without further ado, we'll start it, give us a listen, then we'll swap it and we'll do it again, and then we'll come back at the end. So, stick around. Here we go. Usual start him up, prime the carb, put the choke on. Now we'll see if it'll go. Choke, she's fired, choke off. Alright guys, so as you can hear, that full start looks like it's just about ready to go too. So that's her with the standard muffler. I'll give it a couple of little short refresh, and then we'll switch her off, do the install the new pipe, and we'll see what the difference is. So here we go. Now you've heard what it sounds like with the standard exhaust. Now we're going to remove this, put the pipe on, see what the difference is. So let's get into it. Alright, trusty glasses. Okay, so first we'll remove this clamp, these two clamps. We'll get this old pipe extension, exhaust extension on, I should say. Pull that off, and then we should be able to pull it through that little retainer at the back there and get him off. Won't be needing that anymore. Now, okay, here we go. Now time to pull the can itself off. So I'm not too worried about the gasket on the back of this, because as you guys all know, if you're, with buying pipes and stuff, they come with a new gasket and mounting bolts, so you don't have to worry about that. The other thing you might have to do too is where these bars roll down, go down on the side here and this side. On this side of the truck, you may need to undo the bottom one off there, because they can manoeuvre your pipe to get it in there. So, I've got my hands, guys. Just trying to get my Allen key in here to undo this off. Now, I'd like to be able to use my ratchet screwdriver with the Allen key bit in it, but because of all the rear bulkhead, I can't get it through into the back. So, she's doing it by hand, I'm afraid. Undoing these bolts. So no doubt too, keeping in mind with putting pipes and stuff on these sort of vehicles, that you may have to do a slight bit of retune after the fact. You might get lucky, but I'm probably going to say you'll have to retune it just a little bit, just so you can get your peak out of it again. Because like we've been tuning this thing on and off throughout the time that we've had this truck to get the peak performance out of it, considering it's just got this standard muffler on it. So we may have to do a little bit more tuning again since after we put the pipe on. So this is proving to be a real. Alright, so she's coming off. Nearly got the first one there. There we go. First old bolt. Look how long they are. So they're pretty long because, like I said before, because of this mongrel muffler, you want to call it that. But I've already gone and loosened some of these bolts off, guys, just so we're not boring you with sitting there watching screws being undone and everything. So, but here we go. So, muffler off. All right, now you can see, I'll get rid of that bolt out of there, the second bolt. Now you can see the old exhaust gaskets on there, so pretty much you're not going to use that anyway, really. If you had to, in a pinch, reuse, get some muffler putty or gasket or whatever and, trim it up and put a bit of stuff on there just to get you going again. But ideally, put a new one on, guys. All right, so look at that big bulky piece of junk, right? Now, what we're going to do is make sure your exhaust port is reasonably clean, free of bloody oil and all that sort of rubbish. Almost swore on camera. All right, so now what we'll do is we'll get the new gasket and the new bolts, because obviously you can't use the original muffler ones because they're way too long. All right, so what we'll do is we'll get this in position first. So the idea of this is it goes in and it's going to sit roughly sort of there, but down a little bit. So try and see if I can maneuver this into position just like that. Look at that. And that's how it's going to sit when it's in the truck, righto? So if you want, put a bit of Loctite on these screws, but for the moment I'm not going to worry about it because I just want to get this mounted up for you guys and give it a start. And then if it comes loose, I can actually change that, pull it off later and put some Loctite on. But just for the sake of this video, I'm not going to worry about bloody putting any on at the moment. It's proving to be a pain. Probably should have done this before I put it in there, but anyway, never mind. It's all good. Sorry about my hands, guys. Putting this other bolt in there. I'm making this look difficult, actually. It's not, it's pretty easy. Only for the fact that I'm trying to do it with the pipe in there. That just should have. Okay, there it is. I think it's through the gaskets. Be careful when you put it on too, guys, with the gasket. You don't try and force anything too much, because the last thing you want is a leaking exhaust. So, all right, so you can see the gasket in there, the two bolts going through. So now we're going to try and position that without damaging anything. Just get them started in the thread. Just get the thread started on both of them, and then you can do them up. So yeah, once you've got your thread started, just do them up. Just snug them up first till you get them up to pretty much close to where it needs to be. Truth be told, I probably should have taken this cage right off. It probably would have made the job a lot easier. But we'll do it like this. It's a bit of a challenge, I guess. But yeah, word to the wise guys, probably take your cage off. Make life getting to these bolts a little bit easier. Because I'm just trying to get this on because we're going to go out for a run this afternoon. And I'll get some video of this thing squirting around with a new pipe. See how she goes. So I'm quite keen to see the difference between the old stock muffler and this pipe on here. So it should actually give it a bit more sting, actually, a bit more get up out of the hole, you know, sort of thing, off the mark a bit quicker, and see how it goes. So just about got him there. But we may have to, depending on where this is going to be by the looks, we may have to I trim the body to the point where it doesn't rub on the pipe and so on. But there we go, pipe fitted. So that's what it looks like with the pipe on. I mean, looks pretty deadly. So, all right, let me just button up this thing just a little bit better, and then we'll give it a start and see what the sound difference is between the two. Right, here we go, guys. There she is. Pipe's all installed. Now time to listen to the difference and see what we got. All right, let's fire this up. You already hear that. I'm going to put the choke on again because we only just ran out a short amount. So here we go. Ooh, listen to that sound. Ready? Here we go. Oh, here she goes. She's trying to fire. Oh, there she goes. There we go, guys. Oh my God, this sounds nice, real nice. That's really good. That's really nice and crisp. So there we go, guys. Check that out. Stay tuned because we're going to see if we can get some running videos of this thing now, and maybe later on I might put a little snippet of a running video with this truck which has a standard muffler on, and then let's put a bit of video footage on it with this pipe on. So that's pretty awesome. That sounds really good. Alright guys, I'm not going to waste your time anymore. Stay tuned. Like I said, we've got some more videos coming, guys. Get outside and have some fun. And I'll see you in the next one.